What's up, guys? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we've got a Patreon request, Makima from Chainsaw Man. This is a request from Taylor on Patreon. So let's give it a go. It's that sort of famous, scene of her in the anime trailer, her hands sort of like clasped together. So I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. Sketch it out lightly. Try have fun. So we start with our eyes. Center point of my page about here. We're going to move up a little bit. Start with this right eye. So we'll go diagonal. And then it will come across and kind of spike up at the end. So you got to thicken this up, right? So they're real big. So we go up again. And then across. And down to that pointy part. Just there. You color it black. Like so. That's the general shape. And they'll have sort of some eyelash lines kind of sticking off every once in a while. So her bottom eyelid isn't like drawn in all the way, it seems. There's like a line there, right? And then we go down and it comes around and up. Now you could draw it in if you wanted, but I think I'll just leave it as it is in the picture. And then we have some eyelashes sticking off from her bottom eye as well. So like just these sort of small eyelash lines. Down there, and then she has a line coming around like so. So our iris, kind of a half circle coming down from the top eyelid line. Just there, and then her pupil just in the middle. Like so. So she has like this bullseye sort of thing going on with her eyes, right? So you could draw it in now, or you could do it with color because they're red, okay? So I think I'll draw it in. We'll draw it in with black, and then we can change the color later on. So we'll just like sketch a circle loosely going around her pupil. Right, like that. And then there's another. You're just kind of following this shape for her eye. This one kind of goes underneath a highlight in the picture, but we'll just bring it around anyway. Right, like that. And they're actually red, so right, so then she'll have a top eyelid line here, just coming across her eye, and her eyebrows just up here as well. Now her eyebrows are under hair, so you can't see them all. They're quite skinny anyway. Just add another section just so you can color in. Add a bit of that pink hair color to them on the inside. Go over and do the other eye. So same thing again. Eyes are bigger than standard, right? So the width between the two eyes, it's probably tear duct to the outside of the iris. That'll fit between, and that's where the next eye will start, right? So here to here is the same as here to here, roughly, right? Like 3/4 of our eye will fit in between. And then you'll just do that same eye shape again, curve it down to a spike, and then thicken up. And then we can add some spikes sticking off here and some eyelashes at the back. And then her bottom eyelid again, not like all drawn in. Like that, and then we'll add some eyelash lines. Do 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 do. Right, and then we'll kind of do that same eye again, that bullseye sort of eye. So her pupil in the middle. Right, so then around that we're going to try and do that bullseye thing. Right, so we'll go then another line in between. It is harder than you'd think. You would have to do these in red, obviously. Right, kind of like that. And it's hard to do it without making them look kind of cross-eyed as well. But when we're coloring, we can sort of fix that. It won't look as stark when it's like all red and yellow and stuff. Okay, so that was harder than I thought, doing that bullseye thing. So her eyelid line then here, and then her eyebrow again, just coming across like so, and it's like thin, quite thin. Like that. Some eyelashes over here as well. Okay, so her nose is just nostrils. So one nostril there, one nostril there. Her mouth then, simple sort of smiling mouth, right? So it curves up, it has some dimples on the end, so like some little dots. And they seem to leave a gap here on her lip. Right, like so. And then her chin. Just there. Right, and sort of proportion wise, so for her face, eyes to nose, top eyelid to the nose, say, or eye, center of her eye to her nostril is about the same as nostril to chin. So here to here is about the same as here to here. There and there are about the same. And then nostrils to the bottom lip area is the same as bottom lip area to chin, right? So that's your proportion. The mouth sort of stops just on the inside of the eye kind of thing. Like so. And then we'll go for the jaw. The side of the face. There. Like so, right? And then she has these long pieces of hair that come down the side of her face. They go in behind her hands, so I'll just stop it there. right? And then she has fringe hair spikes that come along. All here. Right, and then we keep going, just keep going. Like that. Right, and then her neck, quite thin, comes down here. And she's got a suit on, right? So she's got the white part coming down the inside here. And it goes behind her hands, right? Her suit jacket. It's about there. You might see an earlobe in there. So we'll deal with those hands in a minute. Now the rest of her head, right, comes down. That side and here. Kind of see some hair going in behind here. Like that. And then some hair texture going up this way. Like so, right, so we got to deal with those hands, right? So, and it's tricky, like they're all interlocked fingers. Hands are hard, but when there's like fingers overlapping one another, it's a really hard thing to draw. So hit pause a lot and take your time, right? So we start here. So we got like one finger coming up this way, coming down, around for the top of the finger, right? And then this finger comes out from behind it, down, and goes a bit longer, and around like that, right? So these are fingernails on top, right? And the back of the hands will come out from here, so it'll help us sort of get everything in the right position, right? Kind of a bumpy sort of line. Like the wrist goes down there, right? And the wrist on this side goes down that way somewhere. So then the wrist will come out from her sleeve here, and the wrist will come out there, and the bottom of her hand will go like this way. Right, so now we've all interlocked fingers in here. So I guess we'll do the little finger that's coming out from the hand here. So on your fingers, you've got like 3 segments, right, that bend. 1, 2, 3, see? 2 knuckles at each join. So you'll go 1, 2, 3 segments. See that? 1, 2, 3. Roughly the same size. The last one might be a little bit longer. And then this curves around the tip of her finger, and we have 1 segment corresponds to a knuckle here, and the second segment, and you'll see another knuckle here if there wasn't another finger, right? So this is like the fingernail, and then the little finger on this side is underneath this, right? So it goes 1, 2, around, there, and then goes up to there. And then the little finger there. Okay, so index fingers that cross and then the little fingers, and then there's all fingers in here, 3 to be exact. So, and you can't see thumbs. So let's just go again, right? So we'll go 1 segment, 2, 3. We'll bring it around. Right here. This one actually goes underneath the next finger. We got a fingernail here. So we have another finger that comes across the top of this one. Starts here. So we go 1 segment. This is like the second segment anyway. We bring it around the top. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and there's like a hand knuckle back here. We got the finger there. Fingernail. And then another finger that comes in across the top of this, right? So starting here. There, knuckle, change direction. There, and then finger curves around, and her fingernail there. Okay, so then her hands, so we've got sleeves and her arms and stuff. So this curves around, goes down. This is the white of her suit sleeve. Down that way, and around to there, right? It's like her cuff. Like so. Right, and then her arm just goes off down the page that way somewhere. Disappears off that way. And then we've got suit stuff inside here. So her black jacket there. And then a tie. Here. And then we just bring her hair in behind here. Okay, so then shoulders. So she got her lapel, her suit jacket going this way. That sort of thing. And then her shoulder just comes off. Right, female shoulders are narrower than men, right? So normally a man's shoulders will be face width, sort of the width of her face. Because she's female, it's 2.5 heads, right? So you'd have like a head, you know, like a head here, there, and half a head is the width of her shoulders. So I know that sounds a bit complicated, but basically it's like her face, the width of it goes out past her shoulder, right? So you want to make sure her face is like out past the shoulder here, basically. So narrower sort of shoulders than a male character. Right, and all these fold lines and things. Okay, so roughly, I think that's everything. That is how to draw Makima from Chainsaw Man. Hope it's helpful, Taylor. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.